yeah. What's going on, everybody? It is Game That Tune back in the house once again. Oh, man, we're overcoming some technical difficulties, getting a late start, so we're going to have a blast and do it quick. It's your boy, John Harrington here. We got John Regan with us. Say hey.
Hey.
And we got David Fleming. Say hey.
Hey.
And we got David Weiland. Say hey.
Hey.
All right, I'm actually going to slow it down. I don't give a fuck. Man, it's I'm not sure if tonight's going to be a fun night. I think it's going to be kind of a heavy evening. We'll see. There's some serious emotional weight in the building tonight. If you're just joining us on Game That Tune, we listen to video game music. We're going to guess the games based on the songs. Winner gets to pick a theme and play some bonus tunes. And David Weiland managed to win the show last week. And David Weiland, what theme did you pick for this week's episode?
I picked games that are emotional, like games that make you cry. So, question, guys: did y'all get your permission slip signed for the Feels trip?
Oh,
I'll allow it.
please tell me we have a wah on the soundboard.
Wait, I got
Close enough.
Bit of fun there before we all get sad.
I needed
Was it though?
that. The levity is good. It relieves my tension and sadness and fear of death. It's games that made you cry or elicited a enormous emotional reaction from you. So it's going to be interesting because we're normally a pretty light show around here, and we like to keep it that way. So we don't get deep into the feels very often. And we might just unravel some things tonight. Might really get to the heart of some of our Game That Tune issues. I can't wait. We got 4 great games. Didn't take a fan request because this is going to be a very personal episode, and I didn't want to spend a bunch of time making fun of a game that somebody else admitted to crying at. So we've each got a game, and we're gonna have as much fun as possible. So Johnny, I say we jump into it, man. What do we have?
Game 1.
Already off to a happy start there, guys.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
That was a really somber start to the show.
Are you pumped?
I don't know about you, but my heart's racing.
Oh, I'm ready. Let's do this.
Yeah, how you guys feeling?
And
All right.
I got no jokes for this. Ugh,
Kind of a
Not
heavy
ti-
start already. Do you
not
need
time
trivia
for
for
jokes.
this? You guys need some trivia for this one?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
All right. So originally, the main characters of this were supposed to be brother and sister, but they ended up scrapping that in production.
Repeat that one more time. I'm sorry, I didn't catch it.
Originally, the main characters were supposed to be brother and sister, but they ended up scrapping that idea in production.
Okay.
All right. Do you guys need a little bit more? Because I do have one more thing I can say about this game.
Yes.
I already wrote an answer down, but fuck it.
All right, cool. This game was nominated for 8 Video Game Awards, I think major ones, and it's won 7 of them out of the 8 nominations it had.
Oh, it's definitely not mine.
All right.
Oh,
I feel like it's one of 2, and I'm good about my guess.
Here we go.
All right, cool. Looks like what does David Fleming say? Ico?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm not sure what that is. That's not it. I'm seeing
Okay, damn it.
Somberman 60 or Somber 64. That's not it either. And Resident Evil 5, no. This is Walking Dead Season 1.
Oh wait, I gotta play the "We All Got It Wrong" sound.
I am Turok!
I'm so glad we have a place for that. Also, it's a shame on you for not knowing Ico.
I did not know
Yeah, exactly.
Ico,
You
no.
never heard of Ico? I mean,
No,
it only
no,
has
no one.
whatever one character anyway. But
There's 2.
yeah, there is.
A boy and a girl. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I was thinking playable character, but yeah, that
Oh,
that
okay.
makes sense. Yeah.
Have any of you guys played Walking Dead Season 1?
No.
I have
Walking
not.
Dead
No.
games. It's really good. It's bleak as hell.
You mean a game based on The Walking Dead?
Yeah.
Would be
That's
bleak?
something called The Walking
there
Dead.
is
should be.
just no joy in the game whatsoever.
Man,
Yeah, no shit, man.
I assumed The Walking Dead was like a Mario-esque platformer where you run
Yeah,
around and you collect your power-ups and you collect some coins and
Well, I mean,
But the coins are
Oh my
zombies.
god, I
We
want
all-
to play like an 8-bit side-scrolling platformer that's basically Mario, but all the Goombas are zombies.
I'd play the fuck out of that. Like I would play that way more than the Walking Dead Telltale game or whatever.
well,
I
there.
haven't
Depressing
seen the
storybook.
I haven't watched the show much, but I know Norman Reedus from Boondock Saints, and that's a pretty fun movie. So I'm just gonna assume it's like that, right? So it should be fine.
It would
Yeah.
be so much better if it was Norman Reedus' character from Boondock Saints in The Walking Dead, just murdering
That's
zombies and then
Shoving coins on
Cool.
zombies' eyes, like fuck it, whatever, this is good.
That show would be so much more fun if it were in any way fun. But you know, you want to
Yeah,
watch a
I mean,
show where it's just a bunch of people dying occasionally, like fuck that
Game of
show.
Thrones in less than a month, by the way. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah, well, Game of Thrones at least has like plot lines. This, Walking Dead's just people fucking wandering around, desolate America getting killed occasionally. It's
Yeah,
fucking.
Yeah, Game of
I
Thrones.
get
You
this.
have things like exchanges of power, and usurping
And
thrones,
fucking dragons.
dragons. You get a lot of people die, but they die fighting for a cause they believe in or something like that. Whereas
Yeah, don't get me wrong. It's garbage television, Game of Thrones, but it's but at least there's the semblance of like it's being about politics or fantasy, whatever. Walking Dead is just a bunch of people outside of Atlanta getting killed every now and then. It's just
See,
I'm
maybe-
curious then. Sorry.
Maybe that's when Walking Dead is going to get good, when they get up into like the foothills of the Appalachia and discover the Cave of Dragons.
Yeah, exactly, man. If they could just
That would be
walk all
so
over-
good.
If the dead would just walk their ass over to Westeros, the show would get really fucking good.
Game of Thrones does have zombies in it too, so I mean that's fair. It's
So, yeah,
fair.
Yeah, exactly. And barely anybody interacts with them.
the second they show a dragon on screen on Walking Dead, they're gonna get renewed for like 9 more seasons right off the bat. Okay, because it's
exactly.
gonna get fucking
Norman
amazing.
Reedus, Mother of Dragons.
I mean, hell, Zombie 2 had a great white shark fighting a zombie. Can we please get a zombie fighting a dragon? That would be the most amazing episode of television ever
Pretty fucking
broadcast.
sweet,
And
actually.
then you get
yeah.
zombie dragons. It'd be
Oh!
fantastic.
Regular dragons fighting zombie dragons. Oh my god!
I'm
And they're
curious
blowing
though,
each other's heads off with like giant dragon shotguns.
It just becomes a zombie dragon show.
God,
Like,
why are we not making this right now? New Patreon goal?
yeah, that's in the
I
50,000
wanna
tier on
see-
Patreon. We start making our Walking Dead Game of Thrones zombie crossover show.
I want to see the Game of Thrones blacksmith who is forging the shotguns for the dragons to use.
I'm curious though, speaking of Game of Thrones, haven't you guys actually played the Telltale game for that one?
No.
Nope.
I did
Don't.
not know there
It's
was
bad.
a Telltale Game of Thrones game.
David, there's a Telltale game for everything.
Yeah.
It's,
Well,
They're like
okay,
Funko Pops.
There's
They're
a
just
tell.
fucking everywhere.
There's a Telltale game for my butt.
Oh! Damn, John, just maturing it
I
up.
think that is Game of Thrones season 1. To be fair,
Now that's a game I would cry if I had to play it. If I had to play a game centered around John's ass, it would really make me cry. Anyway, we should
Tune in for
probably
a
let
special
David
bonus
explain
episode.
why he cried about the Walking Dead game. Oh
yeah,
wait,
it's just so basically in this game, the main character Lee, he meets up with a little girl who her parents were on vacation when the zombie outbreak started, and she basically like her
Big
babysitter
mistake.
turned into a fucking zombie, so she's home alone, like trying to hide from this babysitter zombie. He kills it, takes her with him, and basically they kind of become a family after that. And it's just the whole game is just basically this guy trying to help this little girl maybe find the spot where her parents are vacationing at and see if they're alive still, but he fucking knows they're not gonna be, because
Yeah.
it's the zombie goddamn apocalypse.
yeah, but they
and
were on
it's-
vacation.
They're on vacation, yeah. I think they went. I forget where they were at exactly, but they end up in that place and stuff. And it's just like everything this guy tries to do to save this girl and just make sure she has like a normal fucking childhood as much as she can have and be safe,
Big
Like,
mistake.
it's a
Yeah.
pretty rough game though. It's got a lot of great action in it though. I feel like I've watched a little bit of the show. I feel like I haven't read any of the comic books, but this is definitely I'd put it above the show honestly.
Uh-huh.
Like the show's, it's fun. It's fun to watch it.
No, it's not.
But this one, like the storyline for it is just it's goddamn, it's fucking good story.
Well, that's a change of pace from the show, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird too because like Telltale did the Game of Thrones game too, and that one like it's bad. I don't like it.
Mm.
Because basically, like their whole thing with the Telltale games, I don't know if you guys have played any of them and stuff.
Nope.
Like ever, any of them.
No.
It's all your choices matter,
They're
Do
just
they,
like
though?
point-and-click adventures, aren't they?
They don't though. I mean, it is
Yeah.
kind of cool because it's sort of like a choose your own adventure book. But I mean, like you're
Where
still gonna.
all roads lead to the same inevitable, depressing
Yeah.
conclusion.
But
Like,
it sort
but
of
the
works in the Walking
adventure
Dead
you can
season 1, though.
choose.
Yeah, like season 1's game, I feel like the storyline for that one it worked. It didn't quite make you feel like you were bottlenecked into everything. Season 2 and the Game of Thrones one, though, both of them kind of had the same problem where it's basically every choice you make, you have like 2 choices and both of them are bad.
Mm.
So it's like, okay, either like you eat shit or you eat shit, and it's like, can I choose to not eat shit? And it's like, no, you're gonna eat shit.
Yeah.
And then you eat shit, and everyone's like, why'd you eat shit? If only you ate this shit instead of that shit. That's the entire game. It's like Game of Thrones does that to you specifically. Like it belittles you for the choices you make. So you're like, oh shit, reload, do the other one, and it does the same thing to you again.
Right.
It's
That's
just
awesome.
like,
Yeah, man. Talk about some heavy-handed moral gray area.
I feel like Walking Dead Season 1, though, for Telltale games, if you're looking for like the really good ones out of their stuff, this one and The Wolf Among Us are definitely their best games they've done for the whole choose your own adventure style point and click game.
I was going to say, and again, you said there's some good action in them. This is just a point and click thing, and you watch shit happen.
It's a point and click game, but occasionally it has scenes and stuff where like you're doing like running away from stuff, and a zombie will pop out, and you have to like mash the keyboard, like mash the Q button or mash the E button to like shake the zombie this way or shake it that way.
Gotcha.
There's a couple of scenes where you have to like aim and shoot things, and if you don't aim and shoot fast enough while you're reloading your gun, like the things will claw on top of you and have to like shake them off and shit. So it gets pretty intense sometimes.
Right. Cool.
Press X to not die.
Yeah, it's
See,
probably
the
going to
key- the
be
key is to hit the not die button.
yeah,
No.
basically. But the question is, can you hit the not by die button fast enough?
Yeah. Or, should you hit the die button or the die button when you get to the end of the game?
Oh no! If
Yeah.
only he didn't die, then he wouldn't be dead.
Yeah.
Better reload and
oops.
save that one.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, I know those games are really popular, but
It's basically like an interactive movie. I mean, for all intents and purposes, but it's still it's a good movie though.
I would consider playing almost any of them except The Walking Dead. Is the funny thing. Like, I just don't.
I
like
would
that
say
show.
like the second season isn't as good as the first one in the games. I haven't played the third one yet. So
Just
if
like
you're
the show.
if you were going to like play one of them though, I would pick that. If you don't like these style games and you want something on the level of this one, Wolf Among Us is really fucking good. It's based off a graphic novel.
Cool.
Nice.
So is
It's
The
based
Walking
off
Dead.
Fables, isn't it?
Yeah, Fables actually. Yeah,
Okay.
it's like a
Fables is-
hard-boiled detective, but he's a fucking werewolf, or he's the big bad wolf.
He's the
Actually,
Big Bad Wolf.
everyone
Yeah.
calls him Big.
It's, I mean, Fables is basically like a noir comic book about fairy tales. It's actually
Yeah, it's-
really good.
They're all living in New York, and it's basically like a parallel world to ours, but like they have like witching stuff to kind of keep them hidden from view. And it's this guy trying to be a detective, like who's the big bad wolf. And everyone's like,
Yeah.
fucking know you. You're an asshole." And he's like, "Fuck you, I'm not."
Yeah, I'm the big bad
Big
wolf.
Bad
What do you
Wolf.
expect?
Big Bad
I'm gonna
Wolf is
blow
a
you.
detective,
your
like
house.
Snow White is the corrupt politician ruler. Actually, if you haven't read Fables, read Fables. It's really good.
Yeah,
Cool.
I've heard they're really good stories too. But yeah, like definitely like the top ones out of Telltale's games.
I got a
think.
question for you, David. You uploaded a special sound for this episode, and I'm not sure when I'm supposed to play it because I haven't heard it yet. Should I play
Oh.
it now, or is there a
If you want
cue?
to play it, yeah, I was gonna do it at the beginning of the episode or something, or whenever you guys felt like it was good.
Oh, okay. I hadn't
You
actually
can go
heard
for
it.
it, though, dude.
Yeah.
I just wanted to.
It doesn't
Yeah.
just tie into
You
his
surprised
game or
It
is
It
doesn't
might
tie into the
take
game
a-
at all.
Oh,
no.
okay. Sorry, we had talking and the thing. Let's see what this is.
Okay.
Are you surprised at my tears, sir?
Cut it now. Save it for when
Strong.
somebody actually cries.
Okay.
If
We'll
one
do
of
it.
us actually cries, then we're getting the fucking wheelchair guy from the Big Lebowski. Yeah.
Who fucking
So
hates you?
just before you start crying, remember the Big Lebowski and hold back those tears. Anywho, Johnny, let's keep it going to game 2.
Game 2.
All right.
Somebody say something.
Okay. John's looking upset. Here we go.
Don't laugh.
I'm not. Well,
All right. So who would like a little trivia?
Yes, please.
please.
This is a PlayStation platformer game developed by Namco, which is evident because the main character wears a blue baseball cap with a Pac-Man symbol on it.
Well.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
trivia was kind of hard to find for this game, so you're out of luck.
Yeah.
I didn't need it. I had a feeling you picked this as soon as this topic came up.
Hey, it
'Cause-
was one of 2 games that has made me cry. So, and I figured you might get pissed at me if I use the other one. So,
Followed your gaming habits closely.
All
see
right.
some answers. So, David Weiland draws a picture of Pac-Man with a little nervous anime sweat bead.
No, it's a
John
teardrop.
Regan
crying
says
at all.
introduce on our Game That Tune Patreon, which we do have.
No,
And-
these are my shitty notes from when John and I made the Patreon video the other night. That's all that is.
And John Harrington, I'm sorry I missed yours because I was looking at the others, but I believe that you said Klonoa, which is the correct answer. This is Klonoa Door to Phantomile on the PlayStation 1.
Yeah.
Nice.
It sure is. Yeah. Great tunes. Yeah. I love that last one. What was that? Some kind of windmill theme.
That
That's
is
good.
the Windmill song.
Yes.
Well, there you go. Then.
And it makes me want to cry.
Well, see, here's the thing. I have had 2 games that have ever made me tear up, and this is one of them. And the reason why, because this game is. Has anybody here played Klonoa? Let's start there.
I have not.
No, I'm sorry, man. I never did.
I have not.
Okay, Klonoa is awesome. Klonoa is a PlayStation 1 game, and it's a 2D platformer, but it's in that weird era of like pseudo 3D. So it's kind of like Kirby 64, where your movement is limited to 2D, but sometimes the path you follow kind of goes into the background or the foreground. So it's like kind of 3D, but not really. It's a super fun game. It stars this adorable cat/rabbit/thing named Klonoa, who's a dream warrior. The whole game, you go around and you have a magic ring with a spirit in it that uses a wind attack, where you shoot a little puff of wind and can inflate an enemy, and then you grab the enemy and can throw them. So it kind of has that like Super Mario Brothers 2, like the entire game is built around this one mechanic thing. You can either inflate an enemy and throw them as a projectile, or while you're jumping, you can throw it below you to get a double jump. And like everything in the game is built around that. And it's this like cutesy mascot platformer game, sort of in the like Crash Bandicoot, Mario 64 type era. And the game has a couple plot twists that really kind of hit you in the gut, especially because it's a cutesy mascot platformer.
I love it when that happens.
The first time I ever played this game was actually on the Wii, because they made a remake for it for the Wii. And I remember reading Nintendo Power, and Nintendo Power was like raving about this game, and you have to play it and the ending. And that's all they would say, the ending. And the last time that Nintendo Power praised the ending of a game, it was Zelda the Wind Waker, and damn if that ending wasn't amazing. So like, all right, fine. I'll drop the money, I'll play this game, I'll see what the ending is. And yeah, that ending. Yeah.
It
I'm
hits you.
not gonna there were 2 moments in this game that got me, and I will not spoil the ending. I will not. If don't
Now,
do it.
Hold on,
Now,
question.
hold on.
Question. I have one question. How long ago did this game come out? How many years has it been out now?
Well, it's a PlayStation 1 game.
Okay.
It came out in
original-
1998 in America.
Oh,
I was gonna say the original game came out in '98. The remake for the Wii was in
2000.
2008.
my official policy is you get 3 years to complain about spoilers. After that, it's fine. You know what I mean? Like, your call. If you don't want to, you don't have to. But I wouldn't feel bad.
Personally, I will not spoil the ending.
Okay.
If
Yeah,
you
I
have
was,
not
I was gonna
played
say, man,
Klonoa,
an old video game is something that you don't have to have like. It's not like a fucking. It's not like we're talking about movies. It's not like he's like trying to not spoil the ending of Heat. You should have seen Heat by now. But no, a game can be played at at people's leisure. It's meant to be enjoyed that way. So no, if you haven't experienced an emotional gut punch of an ending of the game, no, David, please don't ruin it.
Okay.
I will not spoil the ending. I will, however, spoil the other moment. Because the ending, god damn, the ending to this game.
Is it like Wind Waker? Does Klonoa stab the bad guy in the head?
I wish.
That'd be so dope. Like he suddenly gets the light arrows and then fucking just like straight murks the bad guy. Like, come on.
Well, because
Nobody
the
saw
start
that
of the
coming.
game, you're in this happy little village, and it's very adorable, and Klonoa is cute and carefree and everything, and you have your grandpa and all that and blah blah blah, and then the bad people come and blah blah blah, and there's a moment where you're trying to find, both you and the villain are trying to find these two pendants, and you realize that one of these magic pendants is actually in your house. So you go to your house to find it, and the villains come in these little like airships, and they blow up your house. Like they straight up like shoot this beam and blow up this house with your grandfather inside of it.
God damn.
And I'm just like, okay,
I'm laughing as a
graphics
deflection.
and all this stuff like flowing through and all that. It's like, oh god, grandpa. Because like the beginning of the game, you're talking to grandpa and he's giving you this quest, and you're chatting, you have this familial relationship and all that. And the house blows up, and then they take the pendant and go away, and then it shows the little like Klonoa running, and I was like, okay, you're gonna chase the bad guys and everything. No, you run up to your grandfather, and there's a cutscene where like you're holding your grandfather in your arms as he's like giving his last breath and telling you, no, go on this quest, it's your destiny, and he dies in your arms. It's like,
Dude.
oh my god. And
Are you surprised at my tears, sir?
Oh, fucking A.
Strong men also cry. Strong men also cry.
And
That was good.
It really kind of
Nailed it.
reminds me of like Disney and Pixar, because it's this cute cartoony game, so you really don't expect that kind of emotional thing to come out of it, but
Yeah, no
it
shit.
does, and damn, it gets you.
Yeah,
I remember,
dude.
like, from PS1 era games, like the big twist in Final Fantasy VII, where somebody dies.
Whoa. No spoilers,
For
David.
real, but it's like,
Pump those fucking brakes, son.
but like the whole fucking time though, I was just like, they got Phoenix down. It's like, this shit's gonna get solved by like disc 2 easy, and like end boss fight, I'm just like, oh shit, that really happened.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Some things
Death is a permanent thing in games was not a very common thing for a while there. So yeah, it hits you when it's actually like for real and they're gone.
Yeah.
it's. I mean, the best way that I can compare Grandpa and Klonoa is Bambi's mother.
Oh,
Damn, that's just
Yeah.
out of fucking nowhere.
oh.
Yeah, it is. You think you're watching an adorable deer movie?
Well, and it's so bad because, like I said, I played this on the Wii, and the Wii version has English dialogue to it.
Oh,
The
shit.
original PlayStation version, yeah, and they act the hell out of it. The original PlayStation version had that kind of like mascot gibberish kind of Banjo Kazooie talk, where they're in like this
no.
weird language and everything. So I was like, I want to watch this cutscene on the PlayStation version, and they have this weird gibberish where this isn't the exact word, but like Hubo means grandfather. So like Klonoa is holy was like Hubo. It's like, oh,
Even in the
it's like-
gibberish, it's
Oh,
in the
I mean,
man.
it's not just like random like audio gibberish and everything. Like they actually acted out this weird gibberish language, and he's getting more like passionate as he's screaming, "Grandpa, Grandpa!" And Grandpa is
Shit.
just dying in his arms. Like,
Oh.
God damn!
I
awesome.
figured that would have made it funnier, being like, oh,
No, because that's the thing.
It's so much worse.
Yeah.
Like, hey, look at me, Mr. Jiggy. We're gonna see your grandpa. We're gonna carry him.
Ugh.
It's I think the reason even though this gibberish is still strong is that we tend to, when we see something that doesn't have its own well-defined features, we tend to put a piece of ourselves into it. Like We like you could just draw the most basic smiley face, and we will identify with that more than a super high realistic 3D model because we're able to put our own selves because there's a lack of features, so we filled in with our own. So when you have what is Hoba? When you have somebody saying Hoba, you know, you're just thinking like, oh my god, like that's grandpa, and you start thinking about your own grandpa. Oh god, that's awful. Like that's way worse, I feel like, than if it was in English. Like that's.
I was gonna say it makes it more impressive that once they got improved graphics and improved voice acting, that the moment still hit, because it could have gone, you know, corny as shit, but instead it still hits you. Like you know, yeah, shit, man. I'm gonna have to find a way to check that one out. Cause besides being a really fun platformer, I want to see that shit.
And that's like the worst part, because it's the super bright, happy, colorful, fun game, and then the plot twists come, and damn, they hit you. They hit you so bad.
Makes you wonder about other colorful platform games. I mean, seriously, where's Mario's family? You know, where are his parents? Like, why haven't we gotten that origin story? You know why? Because Nintendo knows not to put that crazy emotional shit in the games. It's just Mario jumping and getting coins. Like,
I mean, we've seen Baby Mario though, so like, I feel like he was abandoned as a baby or something.
Yeah, that's really fucking sad, man.
Yeah, man.
He was raised
abandoned on an island of dinosaurs.
Raised
somebody
by
wanted to
dinosaurs.
fucking die, like for real.
Oh god.
And I mean, we've spent this time talking about Grandpa, but there's the ending, and like I said, I won't spoil it, but the ending.
Not Grandma too.
Just,
God damn it, John.
It's available as a download on PS3. I don't know about PS4, but like if you can track down Klonoa, don't read about it and just play it. Just play it. It's a super fun game. It's like 5-6 hours. It's not long. It's definitely worth it. It's highly enjoyable. And then you get to the end and you just play it. Play Klonoa.
Sweet.
I'm just going to toss out there, most PlayStation emulators nowadays are great. You can probably play this on whatever you want.
As long as you legally own a copy of the physical game, right? Wait,
sure.
Totally. That's what we do. Anyway,
not illegal.
Enough talk about the illegal things that we don't do on this show. We don't advocate that. You know, good pick, man. You know, I like that it's super chipper, you know, fun music from a game that makes you cry. That's it's
2 games.
Strange dichotomy. I love it. Anyway, Johnny, let's keep it going, man.
Game 3.
How you guys feeling?
Slightly pumped. Yeah.
Emotional.
Pumped emotionally.
Emotionally pumped. Oh yeah. I don't know about you guys, but I'm about to break out in tears.
Seems pretty whimsical.
Yeah. So
Very
trivia
tropical.
then.
Yeah, trivia, please. Yes.
So one of the developers of this game has admitted that the second and third levels of the game were made intentionally difficult due to the game's production company believing that the game would not sell well if too much progress could be made within a single blockbuster rental period. Mm-hmm. How you guys feeling?
Pretty
Not
good, actually.
Great.
Good. I made this one intentionally difficult.
I'm kind of pulling a John Regan
Like-
answer here.
Ooh, sweet. I'm excited to hear that.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Yeah.
So let's see some answers. Oh my god. Let's see. David Fleming says Captain Hard Game Sob Story Adventure. Incorrect. David and John, they both got it. It's the Lion King for the Super NES.
Nice.
Wow.
Once again, my
David-
lack of Super Nintendo has proven my downfall.
And my
Genesis,
lack of
wasn't
playing
it?
the more notable songs from that score have also
Yeah.
contributed to your downfall, Disney man.
I'm glad.
If
Yeah.
you played like Hakuna Matata, I would have been on this shit.
Right.
At a recent Games Done Quick, I watched somebody speedrun this game and beat it in like 20 minutes. So some of this music was a little fresh in my mind, and when he said like it's just hard, and I was like SNES, like what's the hardest SNES game I know? Lion King.
tough, man.
I may have accidentally heard his bonus music while previewing to make sure that I.
Oh man, I'm really gonna hold back on saying a lot of things on stream right now that would get us, just SJWs, man. You son
Like,
of
I
a
heard the
bitch.
first 3 notes and I was like,
So
oh
really,
crap,
What's
what
wrong
is
with
that?
you?
So really, John Regan got a
Man,
point. David Fleming didn't get a point, and David Weiland got disqualified.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
No, I deserve
yeah.
to fuck it. Like, I
Yeah,
deserve.
thank you, David. That reminds me.
Game over!
This is CNN.
Man, that's like the best game ever.
Oh.
I'm not even sad.
Oh wow! This is CNN. John, that's genius.
You're
You
done.
know,
son.
I will cede my position because I thought I was like permanent winner because of the GTT rap, but no, that doesn't.
Yeah. Wow.
I'm not even mad, man. Like, disqualify my shit. That's fine.
Woo. So anyway, Lion King. Maybe you've heard of it.
That
It's-
bit never gets.
What's it
old.
about?
That's a strange thing, man. This game, it came out on several systems: Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, I think the NES, Game Boy. There are a lot of different versions of this one. I mainly played the Super NES one, and yeah, as the developer said, this game was pretty damn hard. So I mean, I don't know. It's interesting that there was some kind of mandate at the company that said like, make the game hard enough that like people will want to buy it even after renting it. It's like, that's funny because it had the opposite effect on me. I didn't want to play that shit ever again. Like, but the game was fun. But man, this game, it's all over the place. I don't know if you're familiar with the story of The Lion King, but you start out and it's this bright, colorful game. You're playing as this, adorable lion cub, Simba. And these first couple levels, I mean, the first level is practically Green Hill Zone levels of adorable. Like it's, bright, chipper music. You're collecting bugs. You got a cute little roar that you can do that makes porcupines flip over. You're just pawing around, just being an adorable little lion. Second level, crazy colorful. I'm pretty sure that like the Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze team ripped it off for a couple of their Africa levels. You're jumping on giraffe heads. You're swinging on hippo butts. You have to solve this incredibly difficult monkey swinging puzzle. You got to ride an ostrich and like avoid hazards. It's basically like the African turbo tunnel.
Is that the name of this episode, guys?
Possibly.
Ooh, that's a good one.
And that sounds racist, but also fun.
Exactly. Yeah. Instead of jumping on a speeder bike, you jump on the back of an ostrich, and you have to dodge. I don't remember what, hippos and trees and shit. But yeah, and then it takes a weird tonal shift. Like there's a little cutscene in between, and there's some rare voice acting for the Super NES. It's your father being like everything the light touches. It's our kingdom. It's like, oh, cool, dope. That's the king, and I'm gonna be the king. I just can't wait to be king. And then the next level, for some reason, it takes place in it's just called Elephant Graveyard, and there's like 1 million dead elephants in this place. It's just nothing but elephant bones. You're running on bones. You're fucking escaping hyenas. There's vultures after you. It's crazy, man. Like the game gets dark, and then.
I mean, so does the movie, though, to be fair.
What? I don't think it was. I'm pretty sure we're just talking about the game. So you finish that level. There's a shadowy figure who, clearly has some ill intent. No cutscene, slam straight from the elephant graveyard to a stampede. You're trapped in a stampede. You're escaping wildebeest. And if you complete this incredibly hard stampede level, cut to just the quickest cutscene, same shadowy figure sitting on the cliffside. He just says, kill him. So this shadowy motherfucker's got it out for you, this adorable little lion cub, this whole time. You have to escape. You're exiled from your lion kingdom. And then, then the game just tonally whiplashes you back. It puts you in this party mode, this level just called Hakuna Matata. You're just hanging out. You're like palling around with, monkeys and shit. And, then there's this big twist where all of a sudden, boom, you're not a little lion cub anymore. You're a full-grown lion, and you're still just hanging out, doing your thing.
Shit, it's
you're
me.
Like, yeah.
It's just me, guys.
You're going around a level. There's monkeys throwing stuff at you. Apparently, in the original game, they were actually throwing poo, but the designers, Disney, made them change it to rocks.
That's even worse, though, man. I mean, rocks fucking hurt.
Or is that an actual fact?
No, that's a fact. I actually watched an interview with the guy that developed the game.
That's incredible.
They replaced poo flinging monkeys with rock flinging monkeys. But yeah, so you're just kind of doing this thing as a now grown lion, and then out of nowhere, like at the end of this, beautiful night level, it's a gorgeous level, a cloud forms, and who is it? It's your motherfucking dad, and turns out he's dead, and like
what the fuck did this happen?
Exactly. Dude, it's the lore behind this game is crazy, man. Like in the time that you left, your dad's dead, and he says like, you must take your place in the circle of life, and then something else.
You must avenge my death, Kimba. I mean, Simba.
And then it just goes into like hardcore, adult lion game. You're avenging your father's death, and it just hits you, man. It's just like you go back to your old kingdom and you have to kill the shadowy lion guy. You got to throw him off a flaming cliff. And, it's just like, what the fuck is up with this game, man? Like this, this one shadowy lion just like engineered this kid's demise.
Scar.
Like he just had it out.
Scar, right?
Is it Scar? Is that his name? They never say his name in the game.
I want to point out, I'm beginning to legitimately believe that John has never seen the movie The Lion King.
It sounds awesome. What is that?
Nor has John ever read Hamlet.
Funny story, man. But yeah, man, so you got to go back to the kingdom. And you got to fight the Shadow Lion, and like you got to throw him off a cliff. And then you get it finishes with you standing there. Spoilers for the ending. You defeat the Shadow Lion.
Don't fucking spoil it.
You take your place as the new Lion King, the titular Lion King. But up until then, man, the game just hits you right in the feels, man, because the guy just had it out for you. It's like he had it out for a kid, man. Who engineers a kid's downfall like this, and sends his assassin hyenas after him? There's another piece of voice acting where it sounds like, one of the hyenas, it doesn't sound like it, just sounds like a slightly Mexican hyena saying, "If you ever come back, we'll kill ya." And it's like, this game's brutal against this kid. It's just like they put this kid through the gauntlet, and he tried to remain innocent, but then he had to grow up and, murder his way back into, his kingdom. It's, the game, it hits you, man. It's
John.
just...
So one.
I'm going to second Johnny's point. I don't think John has seen The Lion King either.
Nor
John, I just want to throw us out here, man. Earlier you were saying, don't spoil games endings because there's still like a medium you can play later on and shit, and you ruined it. You soiled it for me. You ruined it for me, man. I will never know.
Cutscenes. You had to know that you were going to defeat the final boss.
I will never know the joy of the Lion King. Now I will never know.
Oh yeah, spoilers. The good guy wins.
Listen,
Exactly. Spoilers. You avenge the death, Kimba, and but up until then, I mean, it's just such a weird game. It's a game about denial because you're fucking kicked out of your kingdom and threatened with death, and then you're just palling around and goofing off and Hakuna Matataing.
My favorite part is when Rosencrantz and Guildenstern they're eating bugs.
Yeah,
not familiar with those guys.
So
yeah.
There are some bonus levels, bonus levels where there's a lot of bug eating in the bonus levels, and those are fun and bright too. But those characters never even show up in the game proper.
Is that level slimy but satisfying?
David Wineland, there is a Venn diagram of people who appreciate that joke, and I am dead in the center of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Listen, John, here's what you need to do.
Tom Stoppard plays. Boom, right there in the middle. Hey, I see you.
Here's what you gotta do, John. You need to go find a 11th grade, English class, and you need to sit in on it for a few weeks while they read through Hamlet. And I think it will give you a better appreciation of this game. Don't watch a movie version or just read it yourself. Don't watch that Mel Brooks one.
Based on Shakespeare, that sounds really cool.
I hear they made a movie of this. That's the thing. The game and the movie were developed, I guess, simultaneously, and the game actually features a lot of content that's not in the movies. The lava level never came up from what I can tell in the movie. Like they had a lot of stuff in the game that's not in the movies, which is a rare reversal. Usually, the movie's of more substance than the game, but the game, I think, in this case, might have actually outdone the movie.
A question,
because it was based on storyboards that were possibly eventually cut from the movie. But yeah, man, it's just.
Sorry. Do you know if they have this on Laserdisc?
Couldn't say.
Okay. Because I would totally watch it if it was on Laserdisc, I think.
Yeah. So. Anyway.
I mean, as far as I'm to understand, this is kind of like a forgotten movie from Disney. Like, nobody remembers The Lion King fondly.
This is a deep pool.
Sounds like a rare gem in the 90s that just got overlooked,
Right.
Sleeper hit, right?
No,
is that what
but
we use for it?
Listen. I need to make a correction.
Actually, hey, it's funny. Hold on, guys. Actually, I'm Googling it now. Lion King actually made nearly $1 billion at the U.S. box office.
What?
That would be good trivia. You should have used that.
Yeah. I think actually the movie was popular. Wow.
I don't know how we missed it all.
It was the top grossing film of 1994 and made nearly $1 billion domestic dollars. That's very impressive for a movie based on this game. But, I'm just saying, the game is sad. Should I have seen the movie in 1994? Probably would have found it sad. There might have been a few story details that were made more clear through the movie than through the game, like any of it. But, for the sake of this bit that I'm doing, I did not see the movie. The game still hit me right in the tears. It just it's tough, man.
I'm not making a joke right now. Okay, what I'm going to say is very serious. But a minute ago I mentioned watching a movie starring Mel Brooks, and that is clearly incorrect. I meant a movie starring Mel Gibson. There's a movie version of Hamlet starring Mel Gibson that you should watch.
Yes, there
I
is.
really wish there was a movie of Hamlet starring Mel Brooks. That would be way better.
Mel Brooks' Hamlet's
Oh my
pretty
god,
good
that would
too.
be so great.
That'd be fantastic, actually. Damn.
God, we need
I
to get
mean-
Mel Brooks in our Patreon goals before he passes. I mean, we got to get Mel Brooks' Hamlet done.
You
Um,
have to be or not to be, but that's not quite the same.
right.
Instead of the whole like play to see like to get like his father's guilt, you know, or like his uncle to like feign like, oh no, I'm guilty. It's just him and like Frankenstein dancing to Putting on the Ritz.
Bingo. You're hitting all of David Fleming's fucking marks tonight, man.
Got
Um,
I
Iago.
have to build up points with him because I pissed you off so
Mel
much.
Brooks, like this show was designed specifically to make me happy.
yes.
Zazu could be played by Gene Wilder. That'd be good. I would enjoy that.
Bro, Gene Wilder's dead.
What?
Okay, yeah, but
And now we're sad.
all right.
Yeah.
Those-
Way to bring it down, man.
Oh.
Yeah. There's no joke there. Too late on that one.
Damn it. Okay.
Yeah. So, anyway, this category was not for me, so I had to do this bit.
I kind of
any game that I even came close to tearing up at was already used by me at some point on this show. So, I didn't want to be disingenuous. I figured I'd talk about something that I might have missed it. I might have teared up at the movie version of. Plus, the tunes are good. So, anyway, Johnny, let's keep it. Huh?
I was gonna say, like, just for the sake of the show and the theme, what was the game that you teared up at?
Mother 3. And shit,
Really
I
fucking
can't.
good game, yeah.
Actually, realizing, no, actually, I didn't use it for the show, but I didn't feel like busting out like Metal Gear Solid 4 or 5, which made me tear up for different reasons. One story related, one anger related. So, keeping those in my back pocket for the future. But yeah, man, and Secret of Mana, but that didn't make me tear up as a kid.
Naturally.
Yeah, it made me tear up more as an adult. But anyway, let's keep it going, Johnny. What do we got next?
Game
This is
4.
CNN.
Okay, so listen, before I play this game, I really I have
Should I preemptively game over you?
probably, so listen.
I'm so excited. I can't wait.
I didn't necessarily. I want to just say that I really did feel things at this game. This is a game that most people, I think, don't feel feelings about. And you're going to listen to this music and you're going to say out loud, "What the fuck, John?" And then I'm going to have to explain it. But I want you to please bear with me. And I am very sincere that I really did feel things. I'm not just dicking with you on this one. All right. Just
John,
please trust me and bear with me on this.
As your friend, I am here with you on this roller coaster. Let's do this.
All right.
Too bad. Perhaps you should try again.
I'm so excited.
No time for responses. Next song. Okay, are you ready for some trivia?
Oh yes, John.
Yes.
At 6 megabits, this was the largest cartridge released for the NES.
Oh, okay, I already stashed.
All right.
I'm pretty sure David's gone to fetch an amiibo.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure. I mean, we could just get your answers and I'll count them right anyways because he's probably going to get it. Like,
I think he knows.
Go get fucking like Zelda amiibo or something and like, ah, shit.
then again, I don't want to deny him answering via.
Breath of the Wild.
I just want to say, I feel
Which
like the
also,
last game.
I was gonna say Breath of the Wild recently got me a little misty. Did not tear up, but
Okay.
misty.
I'm sorry. Did we give our answers already? I was
No.
It's
Not yet.
Breath of the Wild.
No.
Wait.
Yeah.
Seriously, did we give our answers?
No, we have not
No,
given our
wait, not
answers
you,
yet.
bro.
Okay.
Breath of the Wild.
I need answers. Give me some answers. All right, I'm waiting for all you guys to tell me it's Kirby's Adventure, which you did. And that's right. This is Kirby's Adventure. I can't read David's because it's like
Adventure in Judgment, I think. Oh, No Judgment.
No judgment.
I feel like anytime somebody says no judgment, that's code for like I'm totally judging you.
Severe judgment. Yeah.
No, so
No shame to anybody.
I know that most like this is really it's overall a happy game, and it's not necessarily that I feel sad at the end of the game, but I definitely have a moment of so when you beat the game and you're hearing this music, the end music, right? I have this real low right now. Let me turn this up a little bit. Shit. Okay. You're hearing that, and you're reading the text about the story, and you learn that King Dedede, he broke that star rod intentionally to try and stop Nightmare from taking over Dreamland. And he was like just misunderstood. And I legitimately just feel for Dedede there. I don't know. Like that really, when I was like 9 or 10 and playing this game, that really struck a chord with me. That he was a boss that I think it was one of my earliest times of fighting a boss, and it turns out like he wasn't really a bad guy. He was really
Beat
just
the shit out of him and then find out he's not a bad guy.
exactly like you beat him up and steal shit. And turns out like no, he was really just trying to help in his own misguided way, you know. And I felt
Maybe
so
if
bad.
you just talked a little bit.
There's a little cutscene too where like you're like walking back to the fountain with like the dream rod, and he's just like grabbing onto your legs, like fucking no, like crying a little bit.
Yeah,
Like,
he's
"Please
trying to stop
And
you.
you're
He's like, no,
get out my fucking face,
like
dude."
you don't understand what you're doing. And it's oh god, like I'm about to tear up honestly just thinking about that scene. Like it's so fucking stupid, but it really like it really hit me. Like
God,
So Kirby was the real villain all along.
no, not
John,
that.
The little Majin Buu motherfucker eating shit.
David F.
I don't want you to for a single moment say like, oh, I know it's stupid. I know it's a. I was talking about Klonoa, who's like a cat rabbit hybrid. His grandfather dying and like literally tearing up at that moment. Like, no, when shit hits you, it hits you. There is no shame in it. Like, do not feel bad about this for a minute.
I also remember being a kid and feeling fucking terrible about this too, because like I like Dedede as a character. I actually main as him in Brawl, which I know like is kind of a shitty character, but I fucking love.
None of these emotions come through in Brawl, but I do like it.
I'm saying that like I actually like DDD though, so like I totally get where you're coming from, dude. You know, like it feels bad, but it's just like he was just trying to do what's right.
Yeah.
You guys heard it here on the GTT podcast first. DDD did nothing wrong. Bold statements.
He was like, he was trying to do what
hashtag don't PM me, right?
You're supposed to drop your mic before I take that hot.
Yeah. He was truly trying to do like his best at stopping a disaster, and it would have worked, honestly, because the problem wasn't that people were having nightmares. The story was that people weren't having dreams anymore. If I recall this correctly, just people stopped having dreams. But if you look at it from DDD's perspective, if you have your choices are nightmare, no dreams, or dreams, like no dreams isn't that bad, right?
Right.
So
he took away all dreams to prevent bad dreams.
Yeah.
It's an interesting gray area decision. It's quite frankly a better story than I've ever seen on The Walking Dead.
I believe King DDD actually exemplifies the ideals of mutually assured destruction, right?
Jesus Christ!
Like, I mean, think about it. It's like, it's like you either have nightmares, you have dreams. If you use them both, it's like, no, it's gone. It's all gone.
Fun fact: I actually remember reading when I forget who it was. Whoever did the story mode for Smash Brothers Brawl for the Subspace Emissary, it's somebody who worked for Final Fantasy. I can't think of their name for the life of me. I blame the alcohol. When they were like crafting the story and writing everything, they purposefully wrote DDD's part based on Kirby's adventure, because you look at DDD, he's capturing all these heroes and all that. It's like, oh, he's a bad guy. It's like, no, he's capturing people to have somebody, so when Taboo takes over, he has an army to fight them. He exists in that moral gray area. That's his whole character point.
He captures a bunch of people as trophies and then puts little things on them so they will be turned back into real fighters later on once like shit has gone down. You know, he's a little ambiguous in what he's doing. But then it becomes clear after a while, like, oh wait, DDD's just, he's a little misguided. He probably doesn't communicate very well. He just, he does things without telling people what he's doing.
He's not
kind
really
of a great
villain.
character.
He's just kind of like a misguided hero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did nothing wrong, guys. I'll say it again. Nothing wrong.
Yeah. I'm sorry, John. I didn't mean to see you bring all that stuff up. That must have really been tough on you, man.
I feel like we're closer together now as friends because of this, guys.
It really is.
Hashtag no judgment.
It really is my earliest memory of a game hitting me like emotionally. You know what I mean? Because before this, I played like Sonic, and it's just there's a good guy, a bad guy. You beat him, you win, you're done. Mario is a good
Sonic's
guy.
like the most nihilistic character of all time.
Mario, good guy, bad guy. You beat him, you're done. And Kirby was the first one. Was like, oh yeah, by the way, DDD actually was trying to help, and it's like, oh my god, and I just kicked his ass.
Am I the bad guy?
Yeah.
It's one of those games, where it reveals the greater evil behind the final boss. It's like, oh, wait a minute.
That last boss fight was fucking metal as shit too, wasn't it?
That's another thing too.
Awesome.
Go ahead, David.
I was gonna say that's one of my favorite things about the Kirby franchise. Like as a series, it's like when you look at it compared to Mario or Zelda or Metroid or any of the other like Nintendo franchises, it seems to be the most adorable franchise, but it has the most like eldritch horror shit behind it. Like the Kirby games, like when you look at their villains, they're terrifying. They're legitimately horrifying.
Yeah.
Kirby's
and
Dream
I think
Land.
a lot of the deeper story details are all like really frequently sad. I was reading a guy, follow on Twitter. He like posted an article about like the really sad backstory of Kirby Planet Robobot, and apparently like that shit's still going on. Like every Kirby game has a secret like really really sad story if you look for it. Like it's all in like the character descriptions in the pause menu and shit. But it's like, oh shit. I thought I was just playing a fun Kirby robot game, but there's like dead dads and interdimensional mischief. Like
Kirby Planet Robobot is an incredibly fun game. I highly recommend it. One of the best 3DS games. But then like once you get to the final boss and like you play through, it's like
yeah.
oh.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's that classic 1-2 punch of like dangling something really cute in front of you.
Gross.
Sorry. And then, it's like, hey, like, look, cute, fun, we're having fun. And then just like gut punching you when you're distracted. Like, fuck you.
Yeah. I will say,
Your
like,
grandpa's dead.
Like,
Grandpa's dead, by the way. Fuck you.
Kirby's Dream Land 2, you beat King Dedede, and then who do you fight after that? Is like a weird gray amorphous blob of dark matter,
It's
like
fucking terrifying.
Yeah. And yeah, man, like
demon wizard thing.
Yeah, Kirby's Adventure, you just beat this weird like Dracula looking, motherfucker. And you're coming hot off that, and you got that kind of like somber music playing. It's not like at the happiest tune that's playing there. It's a little bit like, like, okay, yeah, this is over. You're done now kind of tune. All right.
Pyrrhic victory. You won, but at what cost?
Yeah.
Exactly.
And
I think everyone's lost their what am I looking for here? They've
innocence.
They've lost their I guess confidence in DDD now. Like you've actually toppled a monarchy, and he was actually trying to help.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, this guy's a fucking idiot. He didn't help at all. Kirby's the hero. He's like,
and as the text appears on the screen saying DD try to help you, like he flies up and floats around with you for a little bit during that cutscene, and it's like, oh man, like they're friends, but they fought because they didn't understand what's going on. Like poor guys.
Exactly.
I just feel bad for everybody.
Man, it's a good pick, man.
Yeah.
Fucking A. Well, cool. This is the saddest ending to the show we've ever had. We really need a sad calculating computer to play at some point.
Like calculating computer activated.
Oops.
We just for the calculating computer for the podcast edition, we should have the computer just be like the best cry ever. The guy like.
I think we just did the calculating computer. I'm not gonna play a sound effect. That was the calculating computer.
Insert the end music from Jurassic Bark here.
Fuck you.
So, on that note,
this game's winner is John Harrington.
I'm not happy about this win. I'm not happy about anything tonight.
God.
Is my score usually 148 negative?
Oh, hold on. Let me fix that.
Well, no, okay. That's not what's showing on stream. Anyways, I overwrote
Stoppy's already dead.
I overwrote David W's score with DQ. He's been DQ for a while.
You mean I hit the negative button 187 times for nothing?
Yes, because one, you could have just typed in a negative 180, but two,
I don't know these things. You put buttons on things, I hit the button.
Like negative DQ. It's like, wait, David Marlin has negative Dairy Queen points.
Yeah.
Fucking Blizzard of Tears, guys.
The anti-Dairy Queen.
We got Hot Eats Cool Treats on tonight's show.
No, see what happens is you open a Dairy Queen, David W walks in, everything disappears. So you see anti-Dairy Queen.
Oh no. I was trying to save Dairy Queens by getting rid of all of them so we couldn't have ice cream nightmares.
I was trying to prevent lactose intolerance.
I thought blizzards were a bad thing. All they had for toppings was fruit, no candy.
I really hope the new Kirby game has a level called Ice Cream Nightmares.
Oh man, dude, that'd be awesome.
They just go full darkness on the Kirby series, and everything's just nightmare themed, but still food themed. Yeah, Grape Nightmare Garden. Anyway, yeah, man. Good show tonight. I had a theme come to mind as I was playing a little bit of The Lion King and getting ready for this week's show. So next week we're gonna have animal games where you play as an animal or get to control an animal. We're gonna have some fun. So man, it's gonna be a change of pace from tonight.
I've already got a great idea.
We've already discussed 2 of the saddest animal-based games tonight. Can't have cat rabbits, and you can't have the Lion King. So it's going to be an upbeat show next week.
A hedgehog is an animal, right?
It is. I mean, the Japanese might have a very loose understanding of what a hedgehog is, but yes, a hedgehog is an animal. Trust me.
Is mayonnaise an animal?
I didn't hear what you said.
What?
What?
Don't worry about it.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah.
Okay.
Fuck it. It's gonna be a good show. But thanks to everybody that tuned in tonight. A lot of fun, a lot of great chatter in the old chat feed. A lot of viewers turning up. So yeah, good stuff. Always love the interaction with our viewers. In case you haven't been paying attention to every social media outlet that we have, we recently launched our Patreon page. And go to patreon.com/GameThatTune, and we've got a lot of fun stuff coming up. For patrons, $5 or more. There's already our Nintendo 64 Fantasy Draft mixtape available exclusively on Patreon. And should we see some more donations rolling in, everybody is gonna do a little bit more stuff. There's gonna be a lot more fun Game That Tune stuff. First, in the form of better equipment for all of us. But yeah, we any help that you guys want to give us, we appreciate that. So yeah, check us out on Patreon. For a lot of fun exclusives. And then, as usual, thanks for following along with us live on twitch.tv/GameThatTune, facebook.com/GameThatTune, YouTube Gaming, search for Game That Tune. We didn't do Periscope. I think we're pretty much done with that. We don't get any good engagement on Twitter anymore.
Man.
But you can still follow us there. We're at GTT Pod. We love taking requests. Shoot us an email, gamethattune@gmail.com. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, fucking everywhere. We love hearing from you guys. We love the support. So you can find me on Twitter at jgangsta187. Find John Regan on Twitter at
JPReganJR. And I got some Patreon stuff to go over after this in a second.
Oh hell yeah!
But still on
you
stream.
find David Fleming on Twitter at
DFT Fleming.
Yep, and you can find David Weiland on Twitter at
Nameless888.
So Johnny, do you have Patreon announcements right now?
Yes, so we need to give a special thanks out to Alex Messenger. He is one of our first subscribers, or one of our first patrons to get into the We Think I'm on Stream tier. So special thanks. Yeah, special thanks to Alex Messenger.
Alex, one of our best fans and our first patron that actually gets on camera. Thank you. So yeah, thanks for all your support throughout Game That Tune's existence. Alex Messenger, you're the man.
Also,
and then Johnny, what else you got?
We also uploaded the GTT Rap as an exclusive download. So if you want to have the GTT Rap available, listen to anytime you want without us talking over it. It is on there. You just have to. Yep, you just got to pledge to $5 or more a month, and you can get access to that as well as the N64 Draft Mix.
N64 Draft Mix. I think we're gonna put some free play jingles up there. We're gonna make some exclusive bonus videos. There's gonna be some fun stuff on Patreon, and we're not, we're not begging for money, but if you feel like supporting a bunch of fun guys doing fun stuff,
we're not.
You should definitely check us out.
We're not begging for money. We're definitely dancing for nickels, is what we're doing.
And then, if you give us a quarter, we'll be here for hours.
Look forward also to my sax tapes will be coming up there at some point. That'll be good when that happens.
Johnny is going to become the Smooth McGroove of video game saxophone.
And I hadn't talked about it with the other artists of this, but I was hoping maybe at some point you guys, if you come up with some kind of art, we could put it on there too as an exclusive. Not necessarily custom for anyone or anything like that, just something to put up there for the patrons to download and enjoy as like a wallpaper on their phone or computer or something like that. Hopefully,
pull it out.
Cool. All right.
Dude.
Yeah.
A lot of fun stuff coming on Patreon. A lot of fun stuff coming on the normal Game That Tune feed. Just stick with us, man. We're having a blast, and we always appreciate the support. And we're going out with my bonus tunes. It's a song about two lions fucking. It's the SNES version of "Can You Feel the Love Tonight?" Johnny, take us home.
I think we just killed David.
That's totally what it is.
Nice. I'm not cutting this off for early or anything. I'm gonna let this go.
No, don't.
This is good.
God, he's dying. Wait, fucking lighter? Oh yeah, I do.
Look up lyrics. Something. Perfect harmony.
Yes.
Tonight.
The peace the evening brings. The world in perfect harmony. With all its living things. I don't remember how this goes at all.
No, dude, you're fucking this up.
So, is there a level where you fuck?
Not feeling the cat sex yet.
I mean, like, is the level just like the cat's fucking, or do you like mash the A button? Sorry, I'll stop.
You're blowing this.
Cat fucking minigame.
God, I wish.
Press X to fuck lion.
Tell
Hold
me that.
Eleanor to reveal cat penis.
Press F to pay respects.
Eleanor to unsheath penis.
God. It's a good way to end the show is with cat penis jokes.
Can we
Talking over the song.
Oh,
talk
there's
over the song as like a bonus feature for Patreon?
yes.
You gave us money. Let's talk about lion penis.
I thought it was gonna be the episode of the title was cat penis talk or something like that.
It will be now.
Perfect harmony.
That's not how it goes.
Beautiful, gentlemen. Beautiful.
Well, I'm in the mood now, guys. So, what do we do after the show?
Well, now John has to read the credits.
The Walking Dead Season 1 is copyright 2012 Telltale Games. Klonoa Door to Phantomile is copyright 1998 Namco Bandai Games Incorporated. The Lion King is copyright 1994 Disney Enterprises Incorporated. Kirby's Adventure is copyright 1993 Nintendo of America Incorporated and HAL Laboratory Incorporated. Cat penis.